Christmas means love for most people. For Raphael, it became the day everything fell apart. He lost his wife and the child he never met. Tonight I will tell you why one man's grief turned into a ruinous obsession. This is a story about guilt, privilege, and the cost of pride. It is about a man who saved up all year for one small act of love and watched that act become a confession. If you want the full breakdown, stay with me. 7 years earlier, on Christmas Eve, Raphael's wife Lucy was killed. He believes he is to blame. They never had the daughter they planned. That absence becomes a wound that will not heal. Raphael is from wealth and influence. His name opens doors and closes hospitals, but his money cannot buy back what he lost. Across town, a little girl and her mother fight to survive. The mother collapses with a blood clot. The hospital demands a huge sum for surgery. The girl scrambles, counting cans and bottles to make a deposit. She is desperate. When the girl tries to barter with a silver ring, the hospital staff call security. The difference between Raphael's world and this boy's world could not be starker. A ring links these stories. Raphael's ring, Lucy's ring, gets stolen. His men storm the hospital to retrieve it. The girl who stole it is dragged into a fight with a man who can make her disappear with a single phone call. This is not simple theft. It is the collision of power and desperation. The girl wants to save her mother. Raphael wants that ring returned as if it could erase the past. We get inside Raphael's head through a letter and his actions. He carries guilt like a physical weight. He saves up for a present, a token meant to bring comfort. Instead, it becomes his confession. He believes his presence is killing Lucy. He writes a goodbye message, a note saying loving her was the best thing that ever happened. The note reads like surrender. This is the turning point where grief is no longer private. The film sets two moral worlds side by side. On one side, the elite who feel entitled to control outcomes. On the other side, the poor who must improvise life-saving measures. The ring is symbolic. To Raphael, it is memory and regret. To the girl, it is salvation. The movie forces us to ask who owns grief and who is allowed to act on it. There are moments that define characters. Raphael confronting his father's demand that he let Lucy go. The girl counting cans in the dark. The hospital refusing treatment without money. Each scene is short but devastating. They stack up until the audience sees how tragedy is not a single event, but an accumulation of choices. The film is about accountability and the social machinery that lets the wealthy off the hook while punishing the desperate. It asks whether guilt can justify cruelty. Raphael's grief is real, but the movie does not let him off the hook for how his world treats others. The drama is effective because it refuses easy answers. In the end, the Christmas present, the ring, and the hospital scene all collapse into the same tragedy. People call it fate. I call it a failure of compassion. If you finish this movie with anything, let it be a reminder that money can buy many things, but it cannot buy accountability or a second chance. If you liked this breakdown, hit subscribe and tell me which character you felt for the most. Would you have acted differently? Leave a comment. I read them all.